On today's episode of Tasha's Sewing Tutorials, we will be making a kaftan and a simple loose-fitting abaya. So I hope you enjoy the episode. The next thing we have to do to make this kaftan abaya, simple loose abaya, would be to take the measurements. Beauty here is going to be our model for the day. And I know she's a child because that's what I do. I make children's clothes for a living. But the methods that I'm going to make can work for a child size or adult size of any size, okay? So Beauty, can you turn around so we can take our measurement, please? Thank you so much. The first measurement we're going to take will be, you don't have to get up against the wall like that. First measurement we're going to take will be from the nape of the neck all the way down to the hem. And our measurement here is 33 inches. And, oh, you can go now. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And that 33 inches, we're going to multiply that by 2. And we're going to get 66 inches. 66 inches is the amount of fabric you're going to have to buy. Okay? Once again, take the length from the nape of the neck all the way to the hem. Multiply that by 2, and that's the amount of fabric that you have to buy. The next step is construction. Okay, now that we have our fabric that we need, the amount that we need, we're going to take it from this end and this end and fold it lengthwise in half, like this. So your fold is going to be along the side right here, and you're going to have your two ends like this. Now we're going to turn it this way and fold it again to find the center. Our center is going to be this point right here. That's our center of our fabric. And you're going to either mark this with some straight pins or with whatever washable marking tool that you have, because that way we can mark where we want to put our neck hole at. Next thing we're going to do is make our neck hole. Okay, now I have the fabric on the wall for demonstration purposes only. You see that's one end, and this is the other end, and it's folded in half widthwise, and we have the center marked right here by a pin. I don't know if you can see that, so I'm going to make a white mark right there. That is the center of the fabric. And we measured the head, and our circumference was 20 inches, and we added 1 inch to that to make it 21 inches. Divided that in half, and half of that is 10.5 inches. And now we're going to mark the neck hole. Half of 10.5 inches would be 5 1/4, so we're going to put 5 1/4 to this side of the center and 5 1/4 inches to this side of the center. And I'm going to mark that right there. And my little piece of soap here that I use to mark my fabric, because it is white, it is so I can see it. It is washable because it is soap, and it gets the job done. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a hole from here to here. And we're also going to cut, I'm going to say, maybe I'm going to go 4 inches down the center. I'm going to curve that like this. Make it a little nice and neat. I'm going to neaten that up before I cut it, because I'm trying to do it on the wall so you guys can see. And so my little half circle isn't coming out properly. But that's what we're going to cut out. This part, and on the back, we're going to cut it straight across, and we're going to cut out this part, and then we're going to try it on, and we can adjust the back. So the next thing we're going to do is just cut the neck hole out. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is adjust the neck hole. The neck hole is a little bit too big, but that is because we're going to put a pleat in the front right here. Now, if you don't want a pleat in the front, you don't have to put that there. You just have to make your neck hole smaller. So I'm going to put that right there like this. And what that does, if you're looking, it still gives you a smooth look right here. But let's say, because normally we're making these for, I'm doing this as an adult demonstration on a child. So if you were an adult, you would put this pleat here. So if you were with a child, the dress, the abaya, grows with you. You see how that works right there? And when you're not with a child, it's still, Beauty, put your arms down please. It still has a smooth look to it. And the next thing you're going to do is make the sleeve. Put your arm out for me please, ma'am. Now if this was an adult size abaya, the sleeve would not be this long. It'll probably come somewhere right here to right here. But if you're using 60-inch fabric, you probably would have it here. So what you're going to do to make a kaftan is you find your armhole, your underarm, the bottom of your underarm, go down like 1 inch, put your arm out please baby, and you're going to sew straight down, just like this. Sew straight down like that, and hem this right here, and you would be done. You can choose to put some elastic in the waistline if you wanted to. If you went without the pleat, you could finish the neck hold with some bias tape, contrasting bias tape. And the other side, if we were making an actual abaya that was not completed this way, you're going to take it off your head and turn it around. We're going to take it to the outside, the wrong side out, like this. We're going to do the exact same thing. The only difference is it's going to have a smooth look on the outside.
Whoa.
Watch out, baby. So put your arm out right here. It's on the wrong side out. Find your underarm, go down 1 inch, mark it, sew straight down. And all this extra right here, you can sew right here to make a sleeve and cut all that off. Okay, I'm going to do that. One side I'm going to do the kaftan side, the other side I'm going to do the abaya side, and I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, we're back and we sewed up the kaftan side, which is this thing right here. That's the straight line. So you have this opening and your sleeve is pretty loose here. And if this was an adult size, can you put your arm on my shoulder please? If this was an adult size, the kaftan would probably actually come somewhere like this or somewhere like this. And this is the abaya side, which was also a little bit too, let me come on the other side, 1 second. Okay, this is the abaya side. Put your arm on my shoulder please. And the sleeve was long, so I rolled it up and we sewed along the side here, and right here we cut this part out, and then you have your sleeve, you have your nice abaya on this side, I'm sorry, kaftan on that side. You have your pleat that grows with you, but it's smooth out, smooth, nice finished look. And I finished the neckline with some bias tape that I made from the fabric itself, and that's it. Abaya side, kaftan side. And you can go now. And to discuss, let me stand up for a second. Now we're going to discuss some fabric options. If you want to use make the kaftan or the abaya, I would personally choose a very light woven fabric or a knitted fabric. You can use the same technique for both types of fabric. It does not matter. Same thing. I used a heavier fabric for the demonstration because that's what I had on hand. But you would use a light, flowy fabric to do that, because that way you can breathe. And I know normally when you wear an abaya, you wear a shirt underneath it, and that way you won't be too hot. If you would like for me to make another video with one full abaya on one side and one full abaya and another video of one full kaftan, I would do that. Just let me know in the comments. If there's anything you don't understand, let me know in the comments as well. I hope you found the video useful. Go ahead and like us down here and subscribe up here. And as usual, happy sewing.